Hi everyone, Ian Aldridge here from Progressive Legal, talking about employment contracts today and why they're so important to have in writing with all your employees, whether they're part-time or full-time or casual. Some of these contracts are really important for a business, and you'll only make this mistake once by not having a contract in place with an employee. The results can be disastrous. Fair Work is very employee friendly. They're a protected species, and basically you'll have to be explaining why to fair trading you didn't have an employment contract in place. The thing about employment contracts and contracts generally is that if you want to enforce a right, you can't enforce a right that you either don't have or you haven't expressed in writing. Now there are a number of things, common law provisions that, for employees, like they've got to provide, good faith and fidelity to an employer, etc. But no employees really know this, and unfortunately some employees really need to be told in black and white what they need to do. Your intellectual property, and you take that seriously, what constitutes intellectual property, that the business owns that intellectual property. Any restraint provisions and stopping them from poaching other staff or clients, etc. And like anything, you'll only realize how important these things are after the fact, and you'll wish that you had just got this stuff done right from the get-go. Employment contracts can be really powerful pieces of contracts in a business. At the end of the day, making sure that the staff know what they need to do to kick a goal, what's in, what's out, what are they responsible for. They're just really good pieces of contracts to have in a business. We provide fixed fees for these types of services for either full-time employment contracts, part-time or casual. They're a really good way to protect the business and make sure that the intellectual property of the business doesn't get mismanaged. They take security seriously, etc. Fundamental things to have in a business. We're more than happy to have a chat to you and tell you more about employment contracts. Thanks.